Boycott Texas beef, that's what's trending right now. And it seems like it's one of the few ways we can send a message to Texas and the lobbyists in charge of that state that we do not agree with what they are doing, especially when it comes to the gerrymandering of its districts right now. They are disenfranchising millions of people. Millions of Texans will no longer get fair representation because of what they are doing in that state. They have forced the Democratic members of their Congress to leave the state so that they will not be able to vote on this gerrymandering illegal practice. And the way that we can affect them across this country is by boycotting beef. If we boycott Texas's biggest industry, biggest money making, literally a cash cow, we can help affect that change. Eat chicken, eat pork, eat fish, tofu, I don't care. But if you can look for a way to cut out beef, and especially Texas beef, from your family's grocery trip, it will have an impact. We have seen places like Target and other companies roll back incorrect, wrongful choices. We can do this if we stand united. So trending right now is boycotting Texas beef. See what you can do to just eliminate or at least reduce your consumption of beef to help send a message that we do not agree with what is going on in Texas.
That's been asking, where are the Democrats? Well, here they are. For everyone that's been asking, where is the fight? Well, here it is. But let me tell you something. Don't leave them out on a ledge by themselves. They need to know that you, the American people, stand with them because they are standing for you. There are so many people that they will never meet, but they understand the importance of making sure that they have a voice when it comes to their government. They understand the importance of standing for what democracy is and making sure that it does not fall by the wayside. They understand that we have a Timu Hitler in the White House right now that thinks that he is going to become the dictator of the United States. Well, I got another thing to tell you, sir. The Democrats, no matter whether we're talking about these Texas House Democrats, or whether we're talking about the governor from Illinois, the governor from California, or whether we're talking about New York, or I can go through the states, and it's not just the governors. It is the state houses. It is the state senators. It is those congressional delegations that are saying, do what you gotta do, and I will fight, and I will win, and I will earn my seat back to the people's house in D.C. I am here to tell you that time is up for playing in our faces. The Democrats are not going to stand for this any longer. We know that we are standing for the people, and so long as we stand for the people, I absolutely believe the people are going to stand for us. So I just want to be clear. Do whatever you can to support these heroes, because they are the ones that had to leave their families. They are the ones that have warrants out for their arrest. They are the ones that are doing things that, honestly, a lot of other people do not have the audacity to do. So make sure when you talk about them, press, put some respect on their names. I appreciate it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Thank you so much for clicking on this episode. I really do appreciate your love and support on this channel. So Americans are saying they have a beef with Texas and therefore no beef from Texas. That's right, guys. Texas tried to withdraw the map. Literally, Democrats said nope, packed their bags and left the state. And now Greg Abbott wants them arrested. And TikTok wants to cancel Texas beef. It's so crazy, guys. People are boycotting Texas beef and calling for the Texas beef boycott after what has been happening. A lot of things has been happening since the new administration, and it doesn't seem to stop. So this is now a new beef with Texas beef. Americans are calling for a boycott. I don't know if you're American watching this, what's your take on this? And all this in support of Democrats in the state of Texas. I want us to watch these videos together, guys. Every clip and every stitch that you'll be seeing on our today's episode, credits belongs to the original creators of these videos that you're seeing on your screens. I want us just to dive right ahead into today's video, and I would really want to know what your thoughts are in the comments section. So let's just watch and we'll come back with more commentary. Don't forget to give this video a like and leave a comment down on the comments section.
We are boycotting Texas beef, and here is why. If the Texas Republicans want to gerrymander, cheat, lie, suppress voters, then we are going to hit them where it hurts. Their top donors. And who is their top donor? Texas beef. Let's talk about how they're the top donor. Over 90% of the cattle campaign money goes to Texas Republicans, and the National Beef Lobby gave them $1 million last cycle. So when you're buying Texas beef, you're not just buying dinner. You are funding the system that is starving voters' rights. And we're not doing that. So here is the list of Texas beef we are not going to be buying. It's right there for you. And if it says Texas raised, no. Nope. But we're also not going to come on here and not give you an alternative. If you do want to buy beef, here are some safe options. You can go ahead and screenshot it. But honestly, guys, with the current price of beef, this should be a pretty easy boycott for everyone to participate in. So go ahead, like, share, repost, comment, and make sure you type in the search bar, boycott Texas beef, so that we can get this trending and get this out to more people. And also make sure you're not buying it.
Now, as a humble Californian, I'm going to let you know right now, I don't see myself stepping any foot into Texas. But I do want to help y'all out. There's a whole bunch of Democratic lawmakers who have fled the state, literally trying to make sure that the gerrymandering that the Republicans are trying to pass doesn't happen. So to help them out, instead of California jumping in this game, which Gavin Newsom will gladly do, he will make sure that all the seats are all Democratic. I promise you. We don't want that. We don't want that. So let's do a Texas beef boycott. I need everybody to go into the search and look up Texas beef boycott. I need you to put it in the comments. I need you to make your own videos. I'm doing this because I saw another woman do this. Now we want to make sure that everybody is getting in on this so that we don't have to have a whole civil kind of war. I'm tired. I don't feel like a civil war right now. So if we can, like, you know, calm shit down just a smidge, do a boycott, that'd be much better. Thank you. Have a lovely day. Yeah.
So I just got word that we're gonna boycott Texas beef. So just letting y'all know, don't buy Texas beef if you're on the blue side or if you're on the side of democracy, to fight them back with what they're doing with the redistricting and calling for the civil arrest of the Democrats who really want to make sure that their constituents don't have, you know, the wheel of the red side and of Trump, you know, because Trump is trying to stay in office, okay? They're going to try to figure out a way. This Project 2025 plan has been Project 1950 plan. I mean, literally. So just letting y'all know if you didn't know.
So I just finished eating my chicken tacos because why? Because we're going to do a Texas beef boycott, okay? If you don't know about the Texas beef and how much revenue they generate from their beef, go look it up. Get in that search bar and check it out. But here's the thing. If those people want to act up and do stuff they're not supposed to, let's hit them where it hurts. Let's hit them in their wallets. So let's support the Texas Democrats. And if you're in a blue state, get ready, buckle up because it's coming. But support this initiative. Go ahead and type it in the comments. Texas beef boycott. Okay? To me, this is one of the biggest messages we can send. Okay? You don't have to get out there and do all kinds of things and risk, you know, your safety and your health and all of that. But if we can really get to them where it matters most, that's what we need to do. So go ahead and eat that chicken. Okay? Go ahead and eat that chicken.
Even if you are not a Texas resident, there are things that you can do to effectively oppose the redistricting that the Republicans are doing in Texas, just taking away Democratic seats. Really, the Democratic Party needs to start throwing the rules out the window and being as just ruthless as the Republican Party. We can boycott the Texas beef industry. Texas beef boycott. Use that hashtag, Texas beef boycott. The meat industry, the beef industry in Texas is a very, very powerful lobby. They make, when they speak, people listen. So let's hurt them in their pocketbooks. Texas beef boycott.
I'm not from Texas, but I want all the Texan Democratic lawmakers to know that here in Chicago, we support you. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. And you're hot, which is something the Republicans definitely do not have.
To the 30 Democratic elected officials from the state of Texas that have fled to Illinois to break quorum, it's about fucking time. We cannot continue to play politics the way that politics used to be played. We have to play dirty. The GOP is a fucking regime at this point. If we do not get dirty and fight their battle 1 foot in front of them, we are going to continue to fucking lose. DNC, take fucking notes. We are not donating money until our politicians act fucking accordingly. Okay, thank you.
How does it feel living in a country that's all about make America great again, yet there are Texas Democrats who got a bomb threat at the hotel that they were staying at? Like, please riddle me that. Help me understand that Texas Democrats fled the state because they didn't want to participate in illegal gerrymandering that state, all because Donald Trump said, hey, Governor Hot Wheels, I need 5 more seats and you need to give it to me. They decided to flee the state to protest against the illegal gerrymandering in that state, right? I thought we weren't supposed to support political violence. I thought that that was a thing that we weren't supposed to be doing, especially when it happened to Donald J. Trump during the election. But yet it's okay for it to happen to those who are in the Democratic Party. That's a complete double standard. Just because one political party doesn't agree with the other political party doesn't mean that we enact bomb threats or killing threats or
I'm extremely curious how the Texas beef boycott is going to go, because a part of me can just see the CEOs like, what? They're boycotting beef now? Oh my gosh. Beef sales are down. Oh my gosh. And just freaking out about it. And I don't know how they act when people boycott, because to me, they just always work. Like if we do it in droves, it just works. Even if a small grocery store, if just one grocery store didn't have all their beef taken, they would be like, oh wow, beef sales are down, like we're wasting meat. I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to probably try to lower prices to get them sold, because some people, not everybody participates in boycotts. And I already got comments saying, oh, I know exactly where to get my beef from now. I'm like, go ahead. I don't care about what you do. You can choose to put Texas beef in your mouth, and you can choose not to. I really don't care. But at the end of the day, it means something. Like if we all said no more Texas products, like none, you can see that hurts Texas economy again. And so somebody already said that petroleum should be one of the things too. And I was like, yeah, see, Texas got a lot of stuff. Right? They make a lot of money off of certain things like oil and all that stuff. I don't know it all, but just saying. It's just funny to me, and I would love to see how this turns out. Let's go.
Honestly, guys, every single day I'm waking up to something different or something new happening in the United States of America in connection with the new administration. And I'm just sitting here wondering, like, what are those people saying? Like, those people who voted to make America great again, those people who voted for a better country, those people who voted for prices of eggs, prices of gas, those people who voted, for so many different reasons for immigrants to be deported, because why? They're taking away the American jobs. There is a lot that is happening that has nothing to do what people excuse themselves as to why they voted as how they voted. You're saying you voted for better price of eggs, for better grocery prices, for groceries to go down, for immigrants to be deported. It's just so crazy, because everything that is happening or everything that the new administration is doing has nothing to do with whatever you voted for. They're actually doing the opposite of what you guys wanted. And you all sat down and listened as they lied to you about making America great again. Now look what's happening to a country that is always preaching about democracy. A government of the people, for the people, by the people. It's not happening. We are not seeing democracy anymore in America. With every rule that is coming out, with every move that this administration is taking, it's quite confusing for the American citizens, and it's quite hurting just thinking that people actually voted for this. And because of hatred, so many people voted as they voted because they thought that whatever these policies that the new administration is going to come up with, it's not going to affect them in any way. So it's crazy now that these Democrat lawmakers, like over 50 Democrat House members, had to flee Texas so as to prevent the Republican-led House from reaching a quorum, effectively halting legislative progress. And now this is happening in the United States of America. Every time I'm seeing these things happening, and I'm sitting here wondering, what greatness were you talking about that you wanted America great again? You know, guys, because if this is the greatness that you all were asking for, it's just so crazy. In response to that, GOP, Texas household Republicans voted 85-6 to issue civil arrest warrants for the absent Democrats. Governor Greg Abbott then instructed the Texas Department of Public Safety to locate and arrest them if they remain within Texas. But these people fled to different states, so I bet that was or is not possible. So, asserting they abandoned their duties and jeopardized urgent legislation like flood relief and tax reforms. So there were no arrests because the warrants are only enforceable within Texas. They hold no power over lawmakers who are outside state borders. In response to this, the American citizens have decided to boycott Texas beef. You know, they've actually, have been boycotting so many corporations and it's been working. And now they're like, you know what? Just to hit them where it hurts the most, let's hit them direct into their pockets. We're gonna keep our dollars to ourselves. That is what the American citizens are saying. And it's quite sad that this has to happen. And you may sit down and ask yourself, like, how does this have any negative impact on the country? So why does it matter? It's because Texas is testing the limits of democracy. Like, that is what's happening here. And other states are watching. So if Texas succeeds in redrawing maps mid-decade without a census, then something that's usually only done once every 10 years, it sets a dangerous precedent. So what happened next is that some states across the country could follow suit, redrawing districts whenever power shifts, locking in majorities, and making votes meaningless for millions of Americans' citizens. Because there are some Americans who are gonna sit down and say that this does not affect me in one way or another. So one thing that you should learn about civil rights movement and such things that are actually happening, it's not just about who represents Texas, it's about who represents you. Because these battle over district lines decide everything from abortion rights, gun laws, education, and policing to how money gets spent in your community. You can sit there and say this has no effect on you, but in one way or another, there's gonna be an effect on you, directly or indirectly. What about the gerrymandered district maps, voter suppression headlines? So this is actually showing that these people, it's kind of they don't care about democracy anymore. Like the arrest warrants, they are sending a chilling message. If you resist, even legally, the state can try to force you back into line. That's not a governance. It actually feels more of like intimidation, which should not be happening in a country like America, because it's a democratic country and the government should be working for the people. There is no one that is above the law, neither the president, neither the Republicans, neither the Democrats. Like, every American citizen should be able to follow the law and the constitution of the country. So if you're maybe sitting there and wondering why this is important to you, you have to sit down, do more research about it, and just to be reminded, this isn't just a Texas problem, it's a democracy problem. And if people don't push back, what's happening in Texas today could be happening in your state tomorrow. It does not necessarily have to be like tomorrow, but in some few months to come, in some few years to come, in 1 year to come, especially with the new administration, you are not even sure what's gonna happen in your state in the next 3.5 years, I don't know what you all think about this. I don't know what your take on this, especially if you live in Texas. Let us know what your take or what's your thoughts on this. If you're an American citizen who is saying I'm not going to boycott Texas beef, we would also want to know why you're saying that you're not going to boycott as other Americans are doing. Thank you so much for watching up to this part. Kindly consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't. And until the next episode, bye.